Okay, so feedback for user for HCI, special design consideration for e-commerce. This topic is all about feedback for users and also the special design consideration for e-commerce. But I will only discuss about the feedback for users, and the following topic would be discussed by my group mates. So without further ado, let's get started. What is feedback? Feedback is an information about reactions to a product, a person's performance of a task, and which is used as a basis for improvement. So when we hear feedback, one thing comes in our mind. The term feedback is the message, what we receive from one person to another. By definition, feedback is an information about reaction to a product. By the definition itself, it is the reaction. For example, you are buying a product to a company or the store. By using the product, you can now generalize and create a reaction about the product you bought and also its services. And if you are also the owner of the product, you can receive also feedback coming from your customer and vice versa. So what is users feedback? So users feedback is any information that your customers provide you with regarding how your company or your products or services helped them in some way. As I said earlier, it is the message or action coming from the users. So it usually consists of their level of satisfaction with you and what satisfies or dissatisfies them. Every company will receive feedback from the consumer or customers if the customers meet their satisfactions of the product, and it also helps the company adjust nor improve their services in order to receive good feedback for the user. So here are some overview of the topic. Feedback to the user from the system is necessary in 7 distinct situations. Feedback that is ill-timed or too plentiful is not helpful because humans possess a limited capacity to process information. Website should display a status message or some other way of notifying the user that the site is responding and that input is either correct or in need of further information. Nowadays, buying or shopping through online transaction is vital because of technological advancement. Let's say, for example, you are using Shopee app or any shopping website. When you are going to place an order, there is a display in which you fill up your information to which it will be delivered. Then, the site will notify you if there is wrong within your information and you can change it directly. So that we call system feedback. When users interface with machines, they still need feedback about how their work is progressing. As designers of users' interfaces, systems analysts need to be aware of the human need for feedback and build it into the system. In addition to text messages, icons can often be used. For example, displaying an hourglass while the system is processing encourages the user to wait a while rather than repeatedly hitting keys to get a response. So at this point, assume that you are saving your documents or you are downloading documents or etc. There is a progress display that will enable to notify you if your downloaded file is already completed, and there is a time that that is the basis for you to wait until your file is completely downloaded. So there are types of feedback. So first is acknowledging acceptance of input, and the second is recognizing that input is in the correct form. So acknowledging acceptance of input, the first situation in which users need feedback is to learn that the computer has accepted the input. So when you are going to to log in, or you want to log into your Facebook account, there is a login form wherein you were going to input your username and the password. So if your password is not correct, so you cannot go directly to the homepage of the Facebook. So if it is correct, then there is an the system will notify you that you are log into Facebook successfully. So for example, when a user enters a name on a line, the computer provides feedback to the user by advancing the cursor one character at a time when the letters are entered correctly. So next is recognizing that input is in the correct form. So users need feedback to tell them that the input is in the correct form. For example, a user inputs a command and the feedback states ready. As the program progresses to a new point, a poor example of feedback that tells the user that input is in the correct form is the message input OK, because that message takes extra space, is cryptic, and does nothing to encourage the input